Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another LEGO build. Today we'll be revisiting the Harry Potter theme with, not a controversial set, but not the most popular one in the world. No, this is the Ministry of Magic. This set retailed for $100 and has 990 pieces and 9 minifigures, including a pretty cool Dementor. This set did not sell well. Anytime you see a set, especially in like a really popular line, that goes clearance before the end of its life, and relatively often, I saw this go clearance multiple times at Lego.com, and I should have scooped it up, and I didn't, and then I kind of regretted it because the main issue with this set is, and well, at least in my opinion, like, it's okay, but it's really niche. Like, if you're a huge Harry Potter fan, this is awesome, this is unique, but it didn't provide really good minifigures, I guess you could say. Like, most of this, so this represents the scene from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, where essentially Ron, Harry, and Hermione are trying to disguise themselves as ministry workers to sneak in to gain the Horcrux, and you obviously have the trial with Dolores Umbridge, everybody's favorite character, and Pyle, and that whole group. Pyrus, no, wait, is it Pyle? Hold on. See, yeah, it's Pious, that's what it is, I knew it was close. Like, the minifigures aren't very special. I love Harry Potter. Obviously, I have a ton of stuff in here for Harry Potter. I broke out the Chelsea jersey for this one for soccer. You know, all my weird assortment of teams. This is my Frank Lampard jersey, back when Chelsea was good. Bless their souls. But yeah, this set just, it's okay. For $100, like, yes, the piece count's good. You get a lot of minifigures, but even as a huge Harry Potter collector, I really don't care about any of these minifigures. Dolores Umbridge I don't have, so she'll be going in the Hogwarts display. The Dementor, very cool, probably going in the Battle of Hogwarts, which I still have to finish. And that's about it. The rest of them are going to go in the city, just because, like, they'll make good lawyers in the city, but aside from that, like, I think Pius was at the Battle of Hogwarts. He'll go in the city, because I'm pretty sure, or in the Battle of Hogwarts display, I'm pretty sure that's who Voldemort kills when he realizes that the Elder Wand just isn't agreeing with him. So, you know, I'll do some things with these, but for the average collector, it's not really like, oh, I have $100 to spend, this is the set to do it. Luckily, so this was retired after just, I think, less than a year, honestly. It went pretty quick. I wanted a Kingsley Shacklebolt figure in here. I would have loved a Mad Eye Moody figure, or just something. I wanted something more special. Even like a scene with the Order of the Phoenix, I think would have been neat. Or, the reason I bought this set, I'm going to do a custom Lord Voldemort versus Professor Dumbledore display for the Order of the Phoenix. Now, that is in the near future. They won't honestly be too hard, I don't think, to at least start adding some details to this. But all I need is the actual frame. Everything else I don't really care. And then there's another set under my city here in a little storage area that I'm going to be taking like a fire dragon from Goyle in the part 2 of Deathly Hallows, and I want that to be like the fire snake from Voldemort, and I'll do something maybe a little bit cool with that. But honestly, I wouldn't need too much more to upgrade from this to that. But yeah, this set was just okay. Luckily, the Barnes & Noble's right near me actually has 3 of these. I kind of want another one just to do the modular rebrickable model. I forget who the artist is behind that, but if I build it, I'll obviously shout them out in the future. I would love that to be like a little embassy, or like put it in maybe the Diagon Alley or something like that, as like a little wizard embassy area or something like that. But yeah, so it's okay. In my opinion, like, not every set's going to be the coolest thing in the world. This is unique. I do like that. This is the first Ministry Magic set. The colors obviously are very interesting. I think overall it's a good set, but just in a time where not everybody wants to spend $100 on a Lego, this isn't your priority. You have something like the Medieval Castle, which in my opinion is worth like way more than this one is. So overall, I think it's still going to be pretty cool. The entire Lego room right now is getting a huge remodel. The entire city is getting converted into Mills plates, and getting completely just redone. All entirely. It's going to look so much nicer. So there's going to be a lot of just random stuff behind me and random pieces everywhere. I'm doing that project over the next like month or two, just trying to get all of those pieces ready, because oh my god, it's a lot of pieces. I think I did 6 Mills plates so far, and I was excited. I ordered like 500 to 600 pieces, like $60. just from a couple sellers that I always go to for parts. And I'm like, all right, this is going to get me through half the city. It got me 6 mills plates. So, ooh, that's unfortunate. So yeah, the city's getting a nice upgrade in the background. But yeah, so I'm sorry for any mess. I'm doing the best I can. It's just remodeling the city takes a lot of time. And resources, it turns out. But thank you guys so much for joining me for another build. Now let's get started with this actual build, folks. Everybody, so here's the final build. Overall, I mean, like I said, this is definitely pretty unique. Nothing too fancy in terms of building techniques, but I do really like the overall colors and the theme of this. I think it's a very cool set. I actually did make some space behind me. I moved the Castle Dwarves Mine, and I'm going to put this right next to, as I throw it right off my desk, right next to the Battle of Hogwarts and the actual full Hogwarts display. That way they're all kind of together. In terms of the actual minifigures, again, there's a whole lot of them here, so it's definitely pretty cool. To have all these minifigures in one set, it is great. Harry Potter does a really nice job of giving you the numbers, but in this sake, like I said earlier, it's just not like the best actual characters. Now, we're going to be starting with, you know what, we'll go with everybody's favorite character, everybody's favorite professor, Dolores Umbridge. I never noticed that her scarf was a cat until I finished this. I had no idea. I've seen these movies a million times and I just never realized it. Overall, really great colors. She has that lovely diabolical demonic smile on her face. Really cool hair piece as well. And she's, of course, holding the Voldemort necklace Horcrux, so I think that's very cool. And I totally forgot Arthur Weasley, probably the best minifigure in here. That's my bad. I totally forgot to actually talk about him. But he's pretty cool. He has a little bit of a pinstripe suit on here. And right before his, the Nagini scene was Order of the Phoenix, right? When he gets attacked, well, quote unquote attacked, I think so. Holding his little briefcase here. Overall, pretty plain face, but a really nice suit. He will go in the Hogwarts display as well, because I believe that is my first Arthur Weasley. He might be exclusive to this set, honestly. Then we have Mary Cottermole here. She's part of, actually, and her husband here, Ron, of course, is disguised as her husband when they're in an actual trial with Dolores Umbridge. Overall, pretty cool sport coat. I mean, the dots are actually pretty cool. I actually do like that. I really didn't study this one too much, but I do like the actual polka dots on there. That looks pretty cool. And then, of course, her husband, Ron, after the Polyjuice Potion. You can also transform them back and forth. He's also soaking wet, which is a really cool portion of it. So again, not the greatest minifigure in the world. Like, nobody's really going out of their way to, I think, make any of this as a scene. But the really wet suit, I think, looks fantastic. It might have to actually have a story with that guy in the city. I think that'd be pretty cool. And here we have Pylus, a little bit of the whiny Death Eater of the crew, the politician of the group. And again, I'll probably be putting him, if this is the same guy, I could be wrong. I did not fact check this because I didn't want to work that hard today. But of course, another briefcase here, his wand, and then he does have a little ministry symbol on his tie, which I think is really, really cool. And then that really long hairpiece as well. Along the back has some markings too. Here we have a very cool Dementor figure. I love that face print. I love the translucent piece. It reminds me of the ghosts from Ninjago. I think this is really cool. This is my only second Dementor? Yeah, I'm looking. That is my second one ever. Very, very cool. Nice to see they've definitely upgraded through the years. Here we have Matilda Hopkick, aka Hermione. I don't know where her wand has gone since I've moved this, but oh well, it's gone somewhere. And then, of course, have her angry face as well. Really cool color pattern on the actual torso there. Very nice. I do really like that. And then, of course, yeah, you can go back and forth between her and Hermione. Then we have Harry, which is Rancorn, I believe. Again, pretty basic suit, grizzled expression, and then you can switch to Harry's face as well. He's definitely going to be a cranky lawyer at some point in the city. And you know what? I do forget this guy's name. I'm going to have to look. Corbin Yaxley. All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. I have no idea who these people are. I remember the scene. I've read the book like 4 times, and I honestly still forget. But I do really like this hairpiece. This figure is honestly pretty cool. I should really know more about this person, and I don't. I'm so sorry, guys. Really cool suit. Great hairpiece. Overall, pretty cool minifigure there. Then we have the little Patronus cat for Dolores. This is a really cool one. I actually really love that translucent side. I think that looks fantastic. We've got a couple of the flying paper airplanes as well. Very cool. The actual fountain, which will be staying for the battle scene. Very cool figure as well. Almost reminds me of a Sensei Wu from the Ninjago line. Very solid gold. A couple frogs standing on some leaves. I think that looks fantastic. And then last but not least, we have the phone booth. Of course, is going to open up. You have the cell phone inside, the actual phone hanging inside, and the words telephone and little stickers all throughout. Then, as for the actual display itself, down here we have, of course, a ton of newspapers with undesirable #1 Harry Potter on it. The actual little lanterns here, and you'll see a little bit on the other side with the prophecies, are really cool. It's that off-white translucent piece that was in the Alpine Lodge as well. I love it. That looks fantastic. A couple ministry symbols spread throughout here on some stickers. Right down here is, of course, the fireplace, which is very cool. I love the dark green, love the black, I love the red. The building techniques, while nothing special, were very cool as well. We have these green flames up top, which look fantastic. We got a little bit of, I believe this was a typewriter, which is pretty cool. Well, it's built like a typewriter. And let me peel that off real quick. Little keys, little paper on top too, so very, very cool. Got a couple of these little drone guys that can fly around, little impellers on the top. I think that looks pretty cool. And now for the actual back up top in the office space. This reminds me a little bit of Hogsmeade. You have these purple translucent bottles with some sparkles in them. Got the little fork hanging here. Picture of an airplane, and then up top an actual ministry picture as well. And then of course we got this little rubber ducky inside the glass container. A couple coffee mugs, a teapot, and a little baby bottle. Here is the prophecy room. I think this one is honestly the coolest one of the group. You have the little, it looks like a Patronus almost flame, or almost like a pensieve as well. Very, very cool in this little container here. And then you can pull down this to knock down the actual prophecies themselves, but this is all those translucent, I forget what that color is, but it looks fantastic. And then for the actual bottom here, you can push off in these to move the newspaper that just flew under my desk. So God help it now, because it's with 800 bags of bricks at this point. Up here is nobody's office, of course, but Dolores Umbridge. You got that bright pink. You got pictures of flowers. Oh, pictures of flowers. Good Lord. You have little stars with bows on the top. Picture of a cat here. Ministry of Magic. Little newsletter on her desk. A little teacup. And the plates I love. I think those are really great additions to the actual set. Down here, we, of course, have the trial room. A lot of little ledgers to be had. Little seat off to the side for where you can put the unfortunate victim here with Dolores Umbridge, who you can actually sit in the back, which is pretty cool. And here is the back half of the fireplace, which you can push in and out for people to actually teleport in or, of course, out. But yeah. Oh, I almost forgot one pretty cool portion of it. Right over here, you can see all the newspapers that have flown up against the actual glass, which is a pretty cool little addition. But yeah, so that's just going to about do it for this one, guys. Next time, of course, I will be working with this. A couple of these pieces, I would say. Probably just the fountain. The rest will be dispersed either through Hogwarts or throughout the Lego City once the Mills plating is done. And then we can work on the custom battle of Dumbledore and Voldemort, which I think that's pretty cool. I wish they'd do a lot more duel scenes or fight scenes from Harry Potter. They usually focus on landmarks or just smaller scenes, which it's fun, but it allows for some customization, which is pretty nice. If you're interested in the set, you might be able to find it in stores just because they didn't sell incredibly well. And if your local stores, specifically Barnes & Nobles, is really good for having retired sets, which I love. I bought a couple sets last time I was there. However, they have a boutique hotel, and I want it so much because I want to start working on my beach project. I'm trying to pace myself, but I really want it. So sorry I don't have every little detail about the set. I honestly bought this specifically just to do something custom with. I didn't care too much about the rest of it, and I did the best I could describing it. So I'm sure I missed that in a lot of details. Let me know if you like this set or what you would like to have seen differently with it. I think just doing a cool Ministry of Magic like modular set would have been much cooler. This is neat as a little one-off, but you have to add so much to this to make it really anything unique. The offices are nice, but again, this is more of like sit it on a shelf display or do something custom with it like I'm going to do. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another build. Feel free to check out the rest of the channel. Tons of video games, fishing, tons and tons of Legos. Anything you want, you can probably find on here. And I'll see you next time. Happy building, everybody.